again, I'm your host, Nisa Harris, and you are listening to Shomea V'Oneh Tehillim and Other Texts podcast, episode 4. The following is the recitation of the first psalm, aka Perek or mizmor aleph. After the recitation, stay tuned to hear more about this mizmor and the upcoming holiday of Tu Bshvat connection. Tehillim mizmor aleph, Psalm 1. Ashrei ha'ish asher lo halach ba'atzat risha'im ubederech chata'im lo amad ubemoshav leitzim lo yashav ki im b'torat Adonai chavtzo ובתורתו יהגה יומם ולילה. והיה כעץ שתול על פלגי מים, אשר פריו ייתן בעתו, ועליהו לא ייבול. וכל אשר יעשה יצליח. לא כן הרשעים, כי אם כמוץ, אשר תדפנו רוח. על כן, לא יקומו רשעים במשפט, וחטאים בעדת צדיקים. כי יודע אדוני, דרך צדיקים ודרך רשעים תאבד. Mizmor aleph, aka Psalm 1, uses the phrase halach, or walking, which is typically used to demonstrate a point in time for reflection of moral choices in one's life. The mizmor goes on to promote the study of Torah and advises refraining from standing or sitting amongst evil, lest it become habitual. The passage that speaks to me most is V'haya ka'etz shatul al palgei mayim, and they will be like a replanted tree near the streams, referring to the person that makes Torah their own to the point where they see everything in their life through that prism. Timely for the upcoming holiday, Tu Bshvat. Yay, a celebration for the trees. I love trees. A replanted tree needs to be moved after it has been carefully evaluated and determined that it won't die from the shock of being transferred. The best time to replant a tree is when it's dormant and less likely to experience trauma, according to our local WikiHow friends, is what I've learned. The tree is also less likely to sustain shock if you put it back in the soil immediately after, and the tree's soil should be damp but not soggy to avoid root rot. So now that you have a planting education, from the passage that I mentioned, the Talmud Avodah Zarah 19a learns that in order to get a consistent, fundamental knowledge of texts, it's best to learn with one teacher that has an accurate text base. But then, in order to deepen their understanding, the students should replant themselves, i.e., to sit at the feet of many masters, thereby broadening his view due to different perspectives. In other words, the student, before he is replanted, should ensure that he has a good basis without getting oversaturated with tons of views at one time. Once in a dormant or stagnant point in their learning, they can incorporate the other views into their area of study, thereby enhancing their possessing a working understanding of the Torah. Not only should the student replant himself amongst different perspectives and teachers with a solid basis from which to branch out, but it should be by streams of water, palgei mayim, a place of opportunity to both constantly refresh oneself and give back. It's a symbiotic relationship. A tree by a stream is known to have the sweetest fruits that come on time and does not have to worry when it gets warm, Jeremiah 17:7-8. But it also helps to filter the polluted water runoff, providing a buffer and protection and a cool, calming presence for the wildlife there. Once that student has set roots by the Mayim Chayim, the living waters of Torah, and has entered into that zone where they can learn from everyone around them in a continuous fashion, safely and securely, they can then give back to those around them in a beautiful, meaningful way and be, as the Tehillim says, matzliach, successful in all that they try to do in that vein with Hashem's help. I want to make clear from the outset that although I am very familiar with Sefer Tehillim, I do not claim to be an expert on the subject matter. I was given a great foundation from Rabbi Marciano, who is an expert in the text of Tehillim. And now, still as a student, before doing an episode on any text, I go through hordes of sources and opinions with the goal of finding a way that I can personally connect to the words, since this with Tehillim in particular has not always been easy for me. Through sharing my journey with you, Be'ezrat Hashem, I hope that you will glean that which you can apply to your lives as well. Please stay tuned until after this quick break. I've received some requests from our listeners, and I will try to work it in between the Tehillim episodes so that they will be readily available. And if you have any comments or suggestions for a text that you really wish you had on the go, or you care to learn more about, or anything else, please send a voice message, or you can email me at nursenisa1@gmail.com. I will be starting soon also to announce the sponsored episode. Your encouragement is really so appreciated. Again, please let me know if you are also interested in sponsoring an episode in memory of, or refuah shalema, or a shidduch, or baby, etc., on someone's behalf, as this is Tehillim. Thank you for your support, and don't forget to subscribe to be notified of future episodes, and please share.